live now. We're live now. Here we are back for our weekly appointment. Beyond the Pain. Yeah, we will have to start putting some music on, Irene, so that we can share the Monday dance. You have the Friday dance because you inspire people every day. And I know that Fridays for you are about let's dance
Yeah,
together.
I dance every day. I post a dancing video pretty much every day. But on Friday, I want people to like really celebrate, like, everything. Because, sometimes during the week, you're like high up and you're going. And then during midweek, something happens and you're like, oh, shoot. And I want people to celebrate that, oh, shoot, because it's not, oh, shoot, it's a lesson. It's a pivot in a better direction. And, this is everything you see for me and for your life as well is a pivot. My car accident
Absolutely.
pivot me to the magic patches or the socks or whatever else I found during the process. It pivot me to do this so that, that what the heck is happening brings us to these incredible places. And I think people don't celebrate the oops moment because they think it's a it's a curse, not a gift. And it's a curse at the moment, for sure.
And I don't know if you can read my little papers here,
No, but I can.
but what I really am willing to communicate to people in life is to trust themselves, to trust their intuition, to just let go of all the fears, because when you live in fear, you cannot really live. And
Yeah,
fear is the opposite of love. And if you are in fear, you cannot feel love,
yeah. And
So yes, we are here to share about the drug-free neurotech. It's about the vibrotactile technology, but it's also about who we are and how we live. And my life is to help people find different ways, different solutions, yeah, to support people as I had to support myself. And I
yeah,
always tell people there is not one only way, but there are a certain amount of things that you have to put into balance in your life to make your life work, because life is not made by one thing only.
agree, agree. And fear, when you live in fear, you don't have faith. Yesterday, I had a conversation with myself. Trust.
Trust yourself.
Yeah. And I was like, so many 42 years I lived trusting myself, trusting my intuition. I had no fear per se, but even if I had fear, I still prevail. I never allowed anything to stop me to getting to my goals, to my dreams, to my passion. And then the car accident happened. All of that was gone. My mindset, I lived in fear, I lived in uncertainty, I lived in why me for the first time ever. So, what I thought again was a curse, now I celebrate it because from that oopsie doozy, really big one, and I had to,
Oopsie. My
yeah,
God, almost died. Yeah.
yeah, from that point, right? It gave me a voice, it gave me a platform, it gave me um wiseness to help others, right? Like I became wiser. I kind of, because my mindset was so strong, mind over matter, glass is never empty, it's always overflowing. And
Yeah.
when the depression sank into me, it was so deep, and I didn't know how to fight it because I gave away my mindset. And I may, and then, you know what that's saying, until you walk in somebody's shoes, don't judge them. And I've done that because I had such a strong mind and I didn't understand what depression was fully. I didn't understand what chronic pain was fully. I didn't understand losing yourself and sadness and sorrow and feeling alone. I didn't understand it fully because, when you experience only a little bit of it, and not the whole spectrum of it, it changes everything. So that's when I decided to um say, I'm going to share my process, and I'm going to apologize to some people. And that car accident brought us to the superpower, to the Vox Life in the beginning. That's the gift that keeps on giving. And in order for me to be able to help others, I had to go through that. So that's why I dance, because behind that dance, that's been a lot of struggle and self-healing and learning, and inspiring my own self and trusting my own self.
Yeah. And it's just a journey because, life, you never know what can come. People who think that they have to live their life planning every second of their life, I think they're missing something. Yeah. Of course, you have to plan, you have to have
Yeah.
goals, you have to have
So,
dreams, and you
no,
have to be willing to reach, to achieve certain things. But to be planning every single instant then takes away all the creativity, all the uncertainty that is part of life. So I am the one, I had to switch from a very certain planned lifestyle to a very uncertain one. It was scary in the beginning, and then it became familiar because our mind work like this, our minds work with what is familiar. And when something is not familiar, we resist. We are afraid.
and I'm gonna piggyback on that. And is that I lived like that for so many years. I needed to know what was going to happen 6 months from today. Otherwise, I was not making a decision. I needed to know what's going to happen 6 months. 6 months.
Yeah.
I made goals and I made resolution. I mean, I accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish sooner than I planned it. I had 5-year goals, and I lived very strategically to it. I competed with my own self. But let me tell you, there was one New Year. I think it was right after I divorced my husband. Well, it was separated. It took long to divorce. 37. And I said, I am not making any more plans. I am not making any more goals. I'm going to go with the goal and just do it. That year, I went. I. I. That was actually. There was two parts to it. My first divorce. I I said, I'm not making 6 months plans anymore. And with that 6 months not making those plans, I booked a trip to Spain. I've never traveled myself. I booked a trip with a group. It was 16 days through Spain, and it was the most incredible experience. And then when I met my second husband, the same thing happened. After I left him, I said, no more goals, no more 5-year goals. I'm not waiting for anything. I am going to go. I went to Morocco. I went to France. I went to Amsterdam. Italy. I just traveled and did everything that my heart desired. At that moment, I realized that my life became so much more spontaneous when I said, yes, I have to make goals. But I'm a little lying here, because I've accomplished already pretty much everything. Like in my professional work, right? I had my salon, I built my salon, I rebuilt my salon. That part of my life was great. And so I didn't need to have another goal as far as the business goes. I was doing great, but I wanted to travel, and I was waiting for that particular moment, and I said, no more. I'm just gonna go, because there's no time as a present time, and everything has changed tremendously. I'm still goal oriented. I still make plans. I mean, we have to, but I'm saying it's not like, go for it. And after car accident, 43, that's it. I was done with it. I think I've seen more of the world after my second car accident than not. But again, my health was taken away, and then I had to pray to God to get it back. And I don't take anything for granted. And it all comes back to dancing. I danced because I couldn't. I move now more than I should move because I couldn't. I prayed to be able to walk one step, and God gave me hike.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. So, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, something beyond the pain. this is all about. These conversations is part of it, right? Because our struggle can help someone else to understand that that difficult moment becomes our brighter light, our brighter light, and so is theirs. Because we can talk about this technology that has given our life back. I've read many. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but these are all very special to me. Is that what we had to do to survive until we found this, right? So it's all beyond the pain. All of when we share our
Yeah,
life, we
yeah.
tell you we can do it, you can do it too. So you know something, I'm going to talk about victory, because last
Mm,
week I said I'm going to turn this off because I'm feel like I'm in the sauna. I hope it's not too dark. Is it
it's
too dark?
okay. I can see you perfectly.
Okay, because I can turn another light. It's just there's so much heat from it, like feel like I'm melting away, but it feels a little.
I was just noticing that you're not completely wearing a summer clothes.
Well, yeah, I it was so cold in the house. I mean, I normally in t-shirts, like, but and I do feel a little warm here right now. But anyway, hold on. Why I can't see anything now. So anyway, so last week I said I didn't have a victory for over a week.
Mm. How did it feel?
So it was terrible. I woke up like everything hurt. Like I felt like I was 100 years old. My knees hurt, my back hurt. Like I woke up with cramps in my feet. You know, I have plantar heel spur, Achilles tendonitis, and like it was terrible. Like I had to walk up the stairs and down the stairs. You know, where my garbage is, and like I could feel the pain in my knees,
Mm.
and I was or I knew that I still had them, but I didn't know what I did with them because my daughter and I were there, and I was cleaning my this area where I worked. There was so much stuff, and there was victory. Let me tell you, the last 2 days I couldn't stretch because I couldn't put my head down. Like I had like slight head cold. I woke up not stiff. Then like literally within couple of hours, all that achiness and soreness disappeared. And now I've been wearing it for 3 days. Knee doesn't bother me, and it's raining.
Yeah,
Always my
yeah.
hip. So
Yeah, I
inflammation.
actually, keep it in view. I think that people from a certain age, if they put together the liberty and the victory patch, they're going to move much better. They're going to feel a lot of difference. And, I can tell you something actually. For me, it's completely different because we are differently designed. Like we have a brain, but our brain has got different potential from each of other individual living on earth. And from what I understand, everybody responds differently. So I can be even 1 month without wearing them. I will not feel the pains and the aches. But when I start putting them on again, I'm on another planet. Yeah. It
Yeah,
feels that it's work. My functions are better. My activities work better, like motions, the how do you say, the motor system,
yeah, more the
my
system.
mobility, my
I've been,
mobility. I couldn't
and
find the words.
yeah,
So I can really feel the difference. And I am only 54. I always say lately, I feel like a 14-year-old because 14 years ago, I started understanding certain things and I started really changing my mindset. And then since then, things have been slowly but steadily transforming in my life. And in the last years, it's been amazing. I mean, really, I feel more and more aligned with who I am and being able to do what I like. It's a blessing. I really wish that everybody could feel this gratitude because when you feel like this, you're just fulfilled. You can do what you like, you help other people, you help yourself. I have different practices. Now I'm starting a new one and I can help people. And this is what makes me happy. And I wake up in the morning just smiling already. But I can tell that there are people above a certain age that cannot really move. I just watched lately, I think on one of our testimonial groups, big testimonial groups on Facebook, this old lady who was sitting on an armchair and she couldn't even stand up by herself. People had to lift her to make her stand, okay? And then they put just liberty on her arm. And in 10 seconds, 10 seconds, she was able to stand up by herself. She's a very, very old lady. She must have been 90 or something like that. And to see this, I think that for the children of elderly people, it must be huge, to see that your dear ones are getting old, but still they can move safely and they are free to do things where they live.
Yeah. No, for sure. Liberty is amazing. And that's what gave me my life back. That technology gave me my life back. And I did put liberty, but something about victory, it was, I think inflammation, I think it's inflammation, but also that muscle recovery that kind of goes right straight into function is
But it's
incredible.
also about respiratory. When I put on the victory, I started with the victory because in Europe we were getting the victory first in 2023. So the first week I was wearing the victory and then I received my liberty. And I went back to be able to almost full capacity, breathing capacity that I had lost because of the accident I had. So when you feel this kind of changes in your body, it's wow. Yeah, it is incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So I wanted to highlight this, that the last couple of days I couldn't stretch because I couldn't breathe and I could my foot, head down, and my, just overall I felt so much better with that. So pretty incredible. And then of course band, like I'm gonna talk about band.
I also picked it today. Go on. Yeah.
I was without it over a week, and when I came home, I put it on, and my cold disappeared, but it slightly came back, as I've been telling you. And I have never that happened to me when I travel. Like, I've been wearing this technology. Have I had a little cold? Yes, but it was been gone for 48 hours. But not having this for over a week really messed up my immune system, I guess. As you get older, I mean, I'm not old, I'm 57 now, but I'm saying it's just, I don't know, cold in Los Angeles right now, rainy, so the immune system functions differently. But so my granddaughter got sick. That's why I didn't think I was going to be here. So I put it on for her yesterday, realized I need to put that on her. Now I'm thinking maybe I need to put Victory for her, because she feels congestion. It'll be interesting to see what would happen to
well.
So
I think that this defend patch is so it does so many things. I like it not because I really notice something on my immune system. I have a very strong immune system. I am always well, and I keep repeating it to myself. So I think that both my nature, how I was born, my nature was born very strong. I hardly get sick, and but I also, because of that, I keep repeating myself, I'm always well. And my body is responding to these thoughts, confirming that I'm always well. But what I've noticed is about being able to bear more with the temperature changes. When it's hot or when it's cold, I was really, really suffering. When it was too hot, you feel like, it's too hot, I cannot do anything. And then your blood pressure goes maybe down. And actually my blood pressure is generally low. So I was born and I have very low blood pressure, which is good. But when it's very hot and you have a low blood pressure, you're like, "Ugh," you know, it's like having some very heavy weight pulling you down, and you have to have double effort, triple effort to then go out and walk or do things during the day. And also when it's cold, before I had to cover myself a lot. And I can tell you, because I don't like giving my money to people I don't like, I don't like giving my money to people I don't like. It's not about not having the money. It's about wanting to give it, to use it for what I like and for what I appreciate. So it's been now maybe 5 years that I don't put my inside temperature over 16 degrees. It's not going over, even if it's very cold outside. I don't know what it is, 16 degrees Celsius in the United States, but it's fresh, you know. It's not warm. Warm would be 20 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, inside during the winter, 19. Yeah, but I am on 16, and the first years, oops, she's gone, but I will keep telling because she's coming back. The first year that I did that I decided that I didn't want to give my money to people I don't like, I was cold. I felt really cold. I felt that I had to cover myself. I was staying inside with my thick scarf. Here she comes again. I had to put a hat on. Sometimes I was wearing gloves. And when I started using the Defend patch, here she comes again.
There were some people and it dropped it.
It's okay, don't worry. You can rotate your screen back horizontally so we can see you better. Yeah. I was just keeping going with my experience. When I started using the Defend patch, actually, I can go out when it's very cold, even like this. I don't need the coat anymore. And inside my home, I am perfectly fine, you know, and I don't really feel, and I'm following this lifestyle like Iceman, you know, the Iceman, Wim Hof, the man who says and trains people to go inside the ice and have these tub baths with ice inside. So I use only cold water, even in the winter, because this makes my immune system even stronger. So it's not that, you know, it's not very warm at home, but then I take these very hot showers. I think that maybe once a month I go and have a sauna because I like saunas very much, a lot. And yeah, but otherwise I don't suffer the cold temperature anymore. And I feel so energized because my body is getting used to it and my blood circulation is working perfectly.
Yeah. No, it's great. Yeah, agree. Again, we're all different people, and what works for another does not work for another, but it works for everyone. You just have to pick the right patch and you have to pick the right lifestyle for you, right? And that's the beauty about this technology, is that it fits every single lifestyle, right?
And I have my last 2 patches for today. So because I told you last week that some kinesiologist from Switzerland, Stefan, suggested me the combination Liberty, Defend, Ignite, and Lumi, because there are people telling him that with these 4 together, I don't know how, but their vision is getting better. I don't know. Don't tell me. Don't ask me. I'm going to try a couple of months, the 4 of them. So Liberty, Defend, Ignite, and Lumi, which are not meant for vision, actually, but this is meant to optimize your metabolism, okay? And this is meant to make your skin breathe better. But if you put these systems together, the digestive and metabolic system together with the skin system, because it's a system anyway. It's an organ that is the biggest organ in our body, and then you put it with together, combining with liberty, that is putting the whole brain into homeostasis, and the defend is putting the whole physiology into homeostasis. I mean, I'm doing a lot of things for my sight because I have always had perfect vision, and I don't like the fact that people tell me, no, but you know, it's the age. It's the age. It's normal that it starts lowering. And I'm like, no way. No. And so of course, I'm working with hypnosis as well with that. I do certain massages from Qigong to soften my muscles and to reactivate certain nerves around the eyes. I do not only use the super patches. I do a couple of things, and I use them in sync.
Yeah, no, amazing. But I just want to make sure that we don't claim anything, we don't diagnose anything.
No,
This
nothing.
other people's testimonies that, you know, can help to one but not the other. So
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why I want to test, because this kinesiologist told me some people are telling me that they are observing, they're experiencing some sight, some vision improvements. I don't know how combining this could work, but I'm going to try.
I've been wearing it for about 5-6 months. I haven't paid attention to my eyesight, but I'll pay attention a little bit because I've been wearing that combination more than 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. So far, I haven't seen any difference for myself, but who knows, right? Who knows where everybody's vision or health.
And it's also, I think, about our brain's priorities, because if we have many things that need to be, many neuropaths that need to be repaired or reopened, the brain cannot do everything in once. So of course you have to use a certain combination for more than a couple of months. Irene is already using it for 6 months, but maybe her physiology and her brain needs to work already to fix and to repair certain other things. So it will take longer for the eyes to see a benefit.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's not a priority.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my last but not least is right.
Yeah, let's go for it. Okay.
And I am telling you,
Potion number 9.
Potion number 9. That's yeah. I'm not thinking about portion number 9 at this moment, but what I can tell you, I'm gonna keep it very G. Hot flashes and night sweats gone.
Wow.
Like there's none. You know, I'm on a really great temperature. And I haven't even paid attention to my drops that I take for that, just because I feel like, you know, I need to finish them. But I'm saying is that the drops were for hot flashes and night sweats. But because I've been wearing this, I forget about taking it because it doesn't bother me. Makes sense? And again, remember what it did for me on my trip? It almost felt like I was wearing Victory Plus. So pretty amazing.
Yeah, because it's about vitality, actually. It's not only about libido, it's about an overall vitality. So I think there is somehow in different neuropaths, but still our brain can regulate our vitality levels from different areas.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm giving the shout out to this ladies. I mean, it was meant for men, but ladies can use it. So if you're struggling, please to either one of us, and we will help you and guide you through the process of incorporating this for your you know, part of life where aging like wine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 57 years old. I definitely don't feel like I'm 57. Am I like my young?
You don't feel at all 57. No, I can tell them.
Yeah, 57. Like I feel like I'm my inner child is like 15, 16, and that's why I dance like a crazy person, and I don't care about anything, because at young age we just do. We just show up, and we think we're unstoppable, and that's kind of how I feel. And I don't know if I look 57. How do we look at 57? I mean, 25 years ago, 57 was like age, like, a grandma. That's how we saw old women. I am a grandma, and I'm 57. I definitely don't feel like a grandma, look like a grandma. And now my 16 years old with me, and I say, "Oh, this is my granddaughter." They're like, "What?" So yeah, so shout out to Rocket. Put it on your man, put it on yourself, and together you will be full of energy, full of excitement, and full of potion number 9. And just want to make sure, because this is potion number 9, but for 15 over, it's they recommended 3 to 4 weeks for that like natural excitement to happen. But per, I haven't experienced personally, but I have some, people on my team that given it to their husband, and it even at 50 plus, it happened a little faster. Because look, if the man comes home or you come home and you're not as tired and you have more energy and your mood is much more lighter, all of that naturally will happen, right? So why not?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And then, it's just something that you can integrate if you want to take care of your well being. you know, we all have to do something to take care of this vehicle, as I call it, or as Dr. Bruce Lipton calls it, it's an amass, how do you say, a regroupment of billions of cells walking, moving around. So yeah, whatever you think about your body, it needs to be taken care of,
Yeah.
and you can take care of it in very different ways. But this is very easy, simple, fast, and effective. Very
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. Put it on and let it do its job, and be patient with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have mine all over the place, and there's a couple of here and a couple of here. And my grand, because I'm constantly asking my granddaughter to change your patches. She needs to learn. And she's like, she shows me her legs. It's everywhere. It's like, Grandma, I don't have space anymore for them. I said, keep on wearing. And she's doing so, so good with them. I mean, it's every day I see more and more light coming back. Those, pharmaceutical crap that she was on. It was terrible, terrible, terrible.
Wow. I am sure that she is going to recover very
Yeah,
soon. And
yeah.
also because usually teenagers, as she is, they are more resilient than adults,
Yeah.
and they have more capacity to overcome
Exactly. Yeah.
experiences. Let's call them experiences. And then at one point, she will understand that these were lessons, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm grateful for this technology, not
yeah.
just for me, and, but my whole entire family benefits from it. And I wouldn't go a day without it on purpose. And listen, God doesn't let me go a day without it on purpose either, even though I left all of them, excuse me, in my friend's car. God still left me Rocket in my makeup case.
Yeah, and let's remind people actually that until the end of November, there is this promo. You can become an associate for just $1 or €1 plus taxes according to the country you're living. And you become an associate. What does it mean? It means that you can purchase the products paying it 25% less. So with a steady reduction every order that you do. Otherwise, if you're a client, you pay the full price. And I've had people that want to be clients. There is no problem, but I think this is a very good chance to be able to use even more this kind of technology.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Just buy your membership. It's like Costco, shop as you go. Well, you can shop as you go, but consistency that's required with this incredible technology. So you need to pick a few patches that you afford with your budget, and then put them on smart ship and consistently use it. Can you, people always ask, can you start with one? Yes. Choose liberty, choose victory, and keep going.
Yeah, or defend and liberty, or victory and defend.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
then everybody is going to find their own recipe
Yeah.
also.
But if you had to do one, people always ask, can we just start with one? Yes. So I always said liberty or victory, and you're good to go. Start with that, see what happens. And as your budget grows, you can add other things to it. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there you go. And tomorrow we'll do this again.
Yes,
On
on TikTok and
and
on Instagram. So TikTok, it will be 5 p.m. Italian time, 8 a.m. Los Angeles time, and then we switch on Instagram at 6 p.m.
yeah,
Italian time, and it's gonna be 9 a.m. Los Angeles time. I'm
absolutely.
getting there.
It's all gets very confused. There's a lot going on, and the timing and all of that. It's all good. But thank you all for being here with us. We appreciate